Hello, Heather Hoffman here, and I have a one-layered little cowboy birthday card that I recently put together for a friend's son's little birthday party. He's the perfect little cowboy. So first of all, I've used the Phyllis Harris stamp called Determination. It's the cutest little stamp ever. I stamped it once on masking paper, and I laid that out on my white top folding card base just to kind of choose my placement of where I wanted it to go on the card. It just kind of helped me to be able to see it. And then I laid it over the top, and by using my MISTI, I was able to pick that image up and have it basically in the place that I wanted it. I stamped it 2 times with Copic friendly ink. I'm using Simon Says Extreme Black. It's my favorite for Copic markers. And I stamped it twice. Again, the MISTI enabled me to do that, so I got a nice dark impression. You can use any stamping tool for that. Now I'm going to peel off my mask and lay that over the top. And I like to do this before I do my Copic coloring, because I figure if I mess up and rip the mask or mess up my inking, then I haven't spent all the time coloring already as well. So, and you notice that doesn't go across the entire front of the card, so I'm using a little strip of Post-it tape just to make a straight border all the way across. And then I've pulled out my Distress ink, and I'm using Distress Oxide in Salty Ocean. And I'm just gently blending around. I'm starting at the closest to the image and along the bottom where I've put the tape across to make the ground. And I'm inking there first so that I get the darkest color there, and then blending out from there. Once I get it as dark as I want it, then I can just go out so that it ends in kind of an ombre effect, so it's a little softer at the outer edges than it is right up close to the edge. And now I'm pulling out a stamp image from one of my favorite birthday sets. It's called So Glad You Were Born. It's the February 2016 Sentiment Kit, and there's a cute little happy birthday on there. And I grabbed another Distress Oxide color. This one I used Faded Jeans, and I'm using it just to stamp kind of a background border over the top too, while I still have my mask in place. And I'm just kind of randomly stamping. I'm not even trying to do precise rows. I just kind of wanted the birthday sentiment to be all over the card, not just in one place. And then as I get closer to the top, I start stamping off my image a little bit, kind of fitting in with that ombre, more faded effect of the Distress ink. So I started first by just stamping off once, and then at the very top I stamped off 2 times gently so that it really faded out and gave a soft finished look. Okay, now I'm going to peel that mask off, and it's just like magic. I love this part. Now you'll notice the little spot between the boots. I did not fussy cut that out, so there's a little spot there where the background is white and it doesn't blend in. And a little trick I learned when I was down at CHA from another crafter. She found a Copic marker that matched, and she would just color in that little spot, and I thought that was such a brilliant idea, so I went ahead and did that on this card as well. So now you didn't have to fussy cut that little spot, and it still blends in with the background. Then I'm just going to use my Copic markers to color in the image. I'm listing them on the screen in case you're curious which colors I used. So at this point I add a final sentiment at the end from that same stamp set, the sentiment So Glad You Were Born, and the rest is just coloring, and I left it there so you could watch my process. Thanks so much for stopping by. Hope you have a wonderful day and this inspires you to try this technique yourself. Thanks, bye-bye.